And hello everybody, this is the one and only Kert Kaczynski, and don't worry, the intro to the episode is on its way for episode 4, but gee whiz, I just have to put this little intro here at the beginning of the episode, because what I'm about to show ya was meant to come out in March, and for anyone who noticed, it's May. In fact, it's coming up on the close of May, and a lot of stuff's happened in the fandom. But in this episode, I recorded it. It turned out to be 3 hours long. Can you believe that? Of course, I found out my computer took care of that little dilemma, as you'll see. The reason why episode 4, as I recorded it back when in March, didn't come out when it was supposed to, which was, I had these technical difficulties. I lost all the files for the one-man tracker, but thankfully, because my hard drive went down, but thankfully I was able to resurrect everything, and then amongst other trials like getting kidnapped by Klingons and getting distracted by exploring the Star Trek universe up here on the U.S.S. tracker, it was just a lot of things to sort through. But here we are, episode 4 of the one-man tracker, the way it was meant to be heard. Is it 4 months ago? 5 months ago? Oh, gee whiz. Ha. At least I got 2 episodes that were made within a week of each other. But anyway, here we are, folks. Let's warp into episode 4 of the One-Man Trekker, where we explore my thoughts on J.J. Abrams with the history of Star Wars as it relates to Star Trek. Of course, I'm just preparing you that there's quite a bit of Star Wars in this episode. But anyway, enough of my messages from the future here. Let's delve into what's still relevant, but what would have come out in March. So,
Kurt, if I may add to your explanation of this episode's late release, you also had 2/3 of everything left to edit. So, it wasn't just a matter of you posting the episode once the one-man tracker database was retained.
Oh man, that's true. Thanks for that, Mary.
Just doing my duty as your computerized companion.
So, in the immortal words of Captain Picard, let's engage!
Space. The final frontier.
Sorry, Captain Picard. Didn't mean to interrupt your bit there, but it's my turn.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Kaczynski.
Let us do no such thing.
Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship, the U.S.S. Trekker. On her forever journey to explore the grandest science fiction franchise of our time, and to boldly go where no fan has gone before. This is the One-Man Trekker.
You bet I'm tired. I'm tired of being responsible for 203 lives. I'm tired of deciding which mission is too risky and which isn't, and who's going on the landing party and who doesn't, and who lives, who dies.
Are the transporters beaming up yet?
Not 100%, Captain.
Oh, no, I know Hamlet. And what he might say with irony, I say with conviction. What a piece of work is man.
Have I ever mentioned you play a very irritating game of chess, Mr. Spock?
Irritating. Ah, yes. One of your Earth emotions.
Remind me to tell you that I'm sick and tired of your logic.
That is the most illogical attitude.
Starfleet was founded to seek out new life. Well, there it sits.
No bloody A, B, C, or D.
What am I, a doctor or a moon shuttle conductor?
You know, I finally got the last word.
Kurt's log. Stardate 4124-9.3.
Kurt, why aren't you doing it as a captain's log?
It is!
Call yourself a captain, for crying out loud.
Well, heck, Mary, why aren't I calling myself a captain? Alright. Kurt's log, captain's log. Take 2. Captain's Log, Stardate 4124-9.3. Over the span of these 148 hours, I have become well acquainted with my ship, the U.S.S. Trekker, my personally constructed, newly commissioned ship of exploration with only 2 crew members aboard her, myself and my computerized companion. Together, we live out a reality many eternally earthbound trekkers have sought all their lives, to be in the Star Trek universe. And as I sit in the solemn space of my quarters recording this... Hey, what is that?
You've exceeded the time limit.
What? There's a time limit on these things? Since when?
Since we've never seen anyone in Star Trek exceed them.
Starfleet must have an increasingly low attention span.
These captain's logs are used for Starfleet, and since this is a non-Starfleet and authorized vessel, no one will hear it.
Well, think of this as an audio journal, as they say. Besides, that's not true. Everybody back on Earth will hear it.
Everybody? I believe that's an overly strong conclusion.
No, I meant that everybody who will hear it will hear it.
Please consider revising your sentence. I am not computing.
Ah, great. These captain's logs are treating me worse than the answering machine, and now you're treating me worse than Microsoft Word. What's that? Another alert telling me I'm talking too much?
No, sir. Our sensors have detected something and recognized. It moves at our velocity.
Aha! Awesome! Let's check it out on the bridge.
Indubitably.
Haha! This'll give me something to talk about on the old captain's log. This is our first alien encounter.
We mustn't jump to conclusions. All we know is that the vessel is unknown to us.
So? It's aliens! Gosh, Mary, you watch Star Trek for as long as I have, and you'll get to know some things.
The vessel is currently cloaked. Our sensors only caught it for the split second its cloaker was malfunctioning.
So, they don't want us to know they're there, huh?
Their cloaking device is continuing to malfunction, getting more readouts.
Tell all.
The vessel is 23.5 the size of ours. There are 94 life signs, all unidentifiable.
They all match, I'll bet?
Affirmative. They continue to follow us from a distance of 9 kilometers, perfectly paralleled.
Who knows how long these guys have been following us? And we never would have known it. Let's hail them.
Hail in frequencies open.
This is Captain Kert Kaczynski of the starship U.S.S. Trekker. We've recognized your similar course patterns, and I peacefully request that you identify yourselves.
No response, sir.
Naturally. Well, I guess we could throw our arms up and say, the hail with it.
Was that a pun, sir?
Hey, yeah, you're getting it, Mary.
Not hard to get. I am programmed to recognize bad humor.
No kidding. Well, I doubt those guys forgot to pay their subspace bill. They know we're onto them.
Wait, Kurt, they're doubling back. They're about to.
Holy.
They're gone.
Oh, that was too weird.
Indeed.
They must have really been having problems over there. You think some overachieving dumbbell tripped over a couple of cables or what?
Their demise was certainly timely.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the end of that.
So it would seem.
Well, hey, that wasn't such a bad first little adventure of ours, was it?
Sure wasn't.
Alright, well, let me finish my captain's log here.
Don't you think it's time you head to the studio?
Of course, but let me just do this real quickly here. Yeah.
Real quickly? Yeah, right.
I mean it. Put me on. Captain's log. Stardate 4124-9.3. I'm in the Alpha Quadrant. Okay, I'm done. Beam me to the studio!
Sure thing.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to the 4th episode of the One-Man Trekker. I am, of course, the One-Man... I am, of course, the One-Man Trekker, and I am very excited that today you have decided to join me on my trek. My trek through the Star Trek universe. My goodness, what more could you want in life? Anyway, it's been a couple weeks since the last whopper of a show. My gosh, episode 3, that one, was 6 months in the waiting, and